Hey, FlimsyLunchTray here with a small little series. It's going to consist of 3 videos. Today's video is part 1, and that is how to play HMS Cossack in Ranked, as we are here in Greece in domination mode. So Cossack is a British store, premium, that I've been having a lot of fun with in Ranked, and this was from several weeks ago. I was playing in the Tier 8, the Bronze League for Ranked. And I want to talk more with you about Cossack, and just for those of you guys who also really like playing Cossack, or maybe you're interested in her, and how she works best in Ranked. So for the Cossack, she's in her Destroyer category. You have Torpedo, Destroyer, you have Hybrid, you have Gunboat. Cossack leans more towards gunboat. Like, you could say maybe she's sort of middle, being hybrid, but she's more like hybrid to gunboat. Is kind of, she's in between those two categories. As you get to one set of quadruple, is that one right? 4 torpedo tubes, or 1 torpedo tube, 4 torpedoes in that torpedo tube. That have 10-kilometer range. And you can spread fire them, or you can single fire them, which single firing works really well in certain situations with Cossack. And you also get this hydroacoustic search. So that's one of the reasons, like here on Greece, as you can see, it's a 3 destroyer match. And that's one of the reasons why I'm going to come to A, because I have the hydroacoustic search to be able to better look for ships, so on and so forth, as the hydroacoustic search can pick up other ships from 3 kilometers away, and also gives you more of a heads up of incoming torpedoes. So we've moved into A, and we can see that it looks like the Neptune is a radar, so it's not smoke. So you can see that we've kind of moved up and over here, and we're going to use this island here in the middle of A to our advantage. And it looks like they're kind of pushing A more or less harder here. Have to be mindful of that. So I am, is that still radar hydroacoustic search? I'm having a little hard time telling on my screen. I'm in my video editing format. But anyhow, back to Cossack. So she also has the engine boost. She has those 6 short duration smoke screens that have a really quick cooldown. So that really helps for getting away, or maybe you're just stopping for a little bit and setting fire to enemy ships that you are against, or just trying to set some fire, so on and so forth. So far here, kind of working along this island, trying to see if I get some more shots here. I'd want to stay outside proximity to detect of that destroyer, so I can kind of have free reign here, and I'm lobbing some shells over. And I notice I have the Pomeran here that I'm firing at, and the Pomeran has that 6-kilometer hydroacoustic search range. So he'll detect me 6 kilometers out, and so I'm kind of trying to sit at the edge of that right now, set them on fire, but I'm still contesting the cap for as long as it's possible for me to do so. And so you can kind of see that I'm knowledge of that, and now we get detected, so now we're going to go ahead and accelerate out. Because I'm so far back from behind the island, I can easily get detected, or they can lob shells over the island, and we're going to ram the Riga here a little bit. So that was my bad, because he just moved up there. And we set that little gap there, trying to lob some shells in over. And so I'm going to, we push back in, as we get this larger island between us and them, and the FDG here. Now what I really want to emphasize with Cossack, with this 3-part series, is that ideally Cossack is the best for fighting destroyers. It's knocking out destroyers. So the emphasis is not so much the first step when you're facing destroyers in a match. It's not so much necessarily like getting the cap, as it is getting destroyers, because enemy destroyers are going to harass you, give you a really hard time with the cap. But if you get rid of the destroyers, then it's more easy for you to take the cap. So that's what we're doing here, but we're having a bit of a hard time with the 1 destroyer that's here. Because I'm kind of going to move out and see, and still that hydroacoustic, and now we're outside. So now we're going to go dark with that 5.4 concealment. And the rudder shift time on Cossack is really good, so it helps you dodge shots like that. But of course, the enemy radar is back up. And we're going to tell him to get back. And because I'm not really paying attention, I'm going to eat a salvo here in the rear from that Neptune. So we're just going to keep moving back and forth. We're not going to use a repair party while we're spotted in case we get set on fire or something. Since having last stand really helps to be able to maneuver out and about like this. So really wanting to get that Palmer because his superstructure sticks up over that island and finish him off because there's been a few times he's been more closer to death, but it's been really hard to do that. And now you're going to see that we're going to dump torpedoes here. And I don't expect the JB to continue pushing through, but what I'm wanting to achieve with these torps at least, say for example if Neptune decides to push up, so on and so forth, is that it's more of gatekeeping. So we're throwing torpedoes in the channel and we're kind of preventing them from pushing in if they have torpedoes up. So I let the Riga know that I've, there's torpedoes on the side, just keep an eye on that. So we're going to go ahead and smoke up here. Try to get that salvo off on that Palmer. But in this match, you notice, we really haven't had the opportunity to really more knife fight with the destroyers, right? So we have a Kagero who, he's going to be an interesting fellow. You'll see him come back and chat later on, where he's gone in against Lee Terrible and I think Kagero as well. And then we see that the Kikaze is also, Yugumo. Yeah, Yugumo. Sorry, I'm trying to see the name of the ships here. It's kind of hard to tell. So yeah, the Lee Terrible, the Yugumo, Kagero. Yeah. Yeah, because there's Kitakaze's on our team. So he just got wrecked. So now our flank is completely open, which isn't good for us. And we're going to run into some of those other destroyers later. So they kind of did that 3 destroyer wolf pack and kind of ganging up on him there. But it would have been better for him to actually have stayed behind because he shouldn't have pushed in with those destroyers like that. That was a poor decision on his part. So you can kind of see him looking over there, seeing what's going on. I know they're going to be pushing up to our Bravo cap here shortly. But I'm trying to help with this Ariga here, against the Pomeran and some of the other ships here. So I've been hydroacoustics in range of the enemy hydroacoustic search, so we're going to kind of push out away from that again. And I'm kind of moving towards this way. I'm helping to help the Kitakaze player out. And Ariga is going to go ahead and move up and make a play here. He's actually going to do good, and he's moving up because he knows those the enemy destroyers aren't over here at the moment right now, because one of them could have been falling back, but he's kind of pushing in because he's trying to finish off this Pomeran.
Enemy destroyer sighted.
So really trying to help him, and that's when I'm trying to get these last shells over on him. Trying to finish him off, but then our Kitakaze just so many torpedoes that he's having to dodge, but then he gets taken down by the Terrible. So I wasn't there to help support him. So now I have to deal with 2 destroyers, maybe 3 over here. So yeah.
Engine boost activated.
So here's the Terrible, so he's pushing in, so we're gonna pop our smoke here, cool down. And he's turning to his right. Now I was concerned about because I was detected there. I was thinking about dumping torpedoes. So he got 1 salvo off there, but I'm pretty sure he's dumped his torpedoes. So as long as he's detected, we're going to keep firing at him. And the thing is, the Lee Terrible is so fast that you can see my salvo's really far behind. So then I go ahead and try to provide more lead there, but just really hard to hit him. And so it's not going to be good for me to sit in the smoke screen. So we're just going to exit out here. And there's Kagero, so I know Kagero's not over here. And probably what could have worked, I mean, it still worked out okay, rather than pushing in like I did. I'm kind of being in a more kiting position away because they're probably going to be hungry to move in, but at the same time, we don't have a lot of time left on the clock to win this game when you look at the score timer. So that's the Terrible again. And I'm kind of debating which should I shoot at. I need to stop. I don't want to push any closer. And then decide, the Kagro is the one who needs to go first because he's got a slow reload on his turrets, on his main battery. But when they do hit, they hit hard. So I'd rather try to get him off my side. And my smoke has come off cooldown, so we pop that up really quick again. I wouldn't have been able to make this play without it. And now the Elite Terrible is going to push in on me because my health is rather low. And I'm trying to get these shots off before he gets to my smoke firing penalty range. And we're going to get double strike.
Well, now you're just showing off.
I have jingles on Cossack, so I really like that. So our Musashi player has continued to do well. And now, of course, we want to move in on the caps and stop the point flow since we're so far behind. And it's kind of funny because the Kagro player on our team has been giving us quite a hard time. But again, he didn't do too hot with his decision making there, getting himself in a bad situation. So it's interesting when things don't work well for players. You'll see them blame other players on their team for the decisions, the result of their death, but that only goes so far sometimes. So you saw that knife fighting action there with Cossack, and it was really this battle that kind of sparked that, that I should really focus more on the destroyer combating with Cossack. I mean, she's already geared for that already, right? With the hydroacoustic search, her 4 double turrets, and so on and so forth, having a few torpedoes that have just a cooldown of like just over a minute. So the enemy players kind of complimenting me on that ending scene there between the two of them. So that's always nice when you have that, because it was really close, because my hope was at least just to take him out with me, but we managed to survive barely. And kind of getting some information, what's the health pull left on the Kagro. Now, the Kagro has very good concealment. It's like, I think it's at 5.4? Something like that. So he has no reason to be detected. And he just now got detected. So it looks like Musashi's going to eat a torpedo there. And now the Kagro has just screwed himself. And I see that happen a lot. For some reason, in ranked in particular. So that's going to move us to rank 2. And then post-battle results, we can see just have over 37,000 damage, over 612,000 credits, 5,790 XP, with 363 free XP, with a double strike, with the 2 destroyers killed, and 1 solo cap there at the end. So definitely hats off to the Musashi player. I think we actually talked for a bit after the battle, as Hirai messaged me. I think he messaged me. And so we were just talking that through, because he did really good with supporting, as well as the Riga. He did really good as well. As you can see, he topped the leaderboard. So definitely shouts out to him, because without him, I don't think we would have won this battle for her decisions and how well he played. So you can see the damage spread out here. A little bit negative with my ally, a Riga player. And then we're going to see with the credits and XP earnings, with premium account, we're going to get over 567,000 credits. With having premium account, then you can see what it looks like without. So it's always nice to have that little extra credits in my mind, and earnings of XP and free XP. So this battle was kind of more the turning point of helping me to understand how to play the ship more. It takes me multiple battles, and it's Cossack's not a ship I've been playing a lot of up until recently. And so the next 2 videos, you're going to see a lot more destroyer on destroyer action. And so I just kind of wanted to share this learning experience with you, and how Cossack really handles well in that category when you play her well. Between great propulsion, a really quick rudder shift time is great. Especially when you slam the brakes and you're trying to avoid salvos coming in at you. And you got to see a lot of Cossack in the Horizon tournament, which is kind of what turned my direction and attention towards the ship. And then I decided, I think I'd like to try her out and really enjoy playing her at Tier 8. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Subscribe if you want to see more. And if you already subscribed, thanks so much. So again, we're gonna have 2 more videos, part 2, part 3, with how to play Cossack and ranked. And then I'll do a ship build and recommendation of what I have. I only have Jingles at like an 11-point captain right now, so this is only a 10-point build on the Cossack right now. So I hope you enjoyed today's battle, and until next time, take care.